Hello friends, I welcome you all to this session on C programming. So in the previous lecture we have learned about the different parts of for loop and how they are optional, how they can be omitted and used in different way. So in the previous lecture only one part I have removed. So let us do what in this lecture, let us remove two parts at a time. So let's say I pre-initialize it. So here I have initialized it and I have removed it from here, and at the same time I am also removing this condition. So now what will happen the moment I remove this condition? Please remember what I have told you in the previous lecture. Yes, you have guessed it right. So the moment I remove the condition, the program becomes infinite program and I have to use break statement to come out of it. Okay, now as this is pre-initialized, so there is no problem, I simply have to use condition. So if if I is more than n, then what I have to do, I have to break, otherwise I have to print I. Simple. So I have removed two conditions at it. Now I have removed two important thing, that is initialization. So I have done it pre-initialized and now I have removed the condition and I am using it inside the loop. So if I run it now, let's say 5, so it will give 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now instead of removing it, let us do what, let us remove initialization part, that is the one which is this. Let us pre-initialize it and then remove this incrementation part. So I will keep this condition part as such and I will remove this incrementation part. So the moment I do this, you all know now that if I don't increment it, then it will go, the I value will remain always 1. So what I have to do, I have to manually increment it. So I will be saying I plus plus here. So now if I run it, let's say 5 times, now I will get the same thing. So by every removal, what I am trying to make you understand that you can remove, but you have to use it somehow. Either you do it manually inside or you have to use inside that particular parenthesis. It doesn't matter at all. So one more thing I can do, I can remove the condition and updation part. Okay, I'll keep this as such. Now I'll remove this condition as well as updation part. So what I have to do inside the program? Yes, you are right. As I have removed the condition, so I have to define the condition here. So I is more than n, then break. And as I have removed the incrementation part, so I have to manually increment it. So if I run it now, so I will get 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now what will happen if I remove everything from it? Am I permitted to do this? Yes, you are permitted. So in this case, if you are not writing anything inside this, then you have to pre-initialize it. You have to use the break statement so that you don't run into infinite loop, and you have to manually increment it. That's it. So if you write it, let's say 5, previously we are writing 5 only, so it is 1 2 3 4 5. So friends, in this way you can work with the for loop. So all the terms inside that parenthesis are optional, but somehow you have to use them, otherwise there is no point. So the conclusion or the takeaway part is, all part of a for loop are optional. So if I omit any condition, that means this second part, then the program will become what? The loop will become basically infinite loop. Okay, if I remove this initialization, then I have to use some variable which was previously declared, but the thing is it has to be integer only. And if I remove the incrementation part or decrementation, if the program calls, then I have to do it manually. So if you look this particular table, then this table can be of great help. So if everything is present inside initialization, condition, update, then what you have to then what that particular loop will be called as a classic loop. If I omit initialization part, then I have to use pre-existing variable. If I remove condition, then the loop will become infinite. Okay, I have to use break inside, otherwise it will go forever. If I remove that updation part, incrementation or decrementation, then I have to do it manually inside. Okay, and if in combination we do, so these are what you can see. So friends, always and always remember initialization, condition, incrementation, decrementation, that is updation of variable, integer variable, they all are optional. But by saying that they all are optional, it doesn't mean that they should not be present. They should always be present. Otherwise, your loop will either go to infinity or it will never start if you don't initialize it, though you are using pre-existing variable. So remember it. So this is a very interesting thing. I thought of sharing this with you people. So now in the next lecture we will be solving 2-3 problems based on for loop, and then we will be jumping to the arrays. So thank you very much for watching it. I'll meet you in the next lecture. Take care.